Hey guys, I hope you're all well. This is December 7th, 2013, in Zhengzhou, China. And it's around my 3 month anniversary. I actually should have posted something on the 25th, 26th of November, but I didn't. Um, so, what's going on? What should I talk about? I was thinking that for this post that I might talk a little bit about um, my social life. It's really boring. But I did go out this evening. It's 10:30 right now in the evening, and I had a Chinese lesson today. Yay. It's only my second one, so I still don't really know very much. I know some numbers. I can count to 10. That's about it. I can say I don't understand. Ting dong. I can say, yeah, that's right. Due. Meisha, no problem. Um, Mayo, no, I don't have it. Think that's about it. Um, but my Chinese instructor, she invited me out to have hot pot with her and a couple other of her friends and some other foreign teachers. And it got me kind of thinking about the social life here. Um, normally back in the States, I'd say I'm a fairly social person. I think I go out a lot. I used to go out a lot when I was younger, but I've slowed down some, but I still go out quite a bit, I think. I used to go see bands a lot, and I just like to be out around people. But I also am an introvert. So if I don't feel very comfortable, if I don't really know how to communicate with people, and that includes in English, just because you can talk and understand doesn't mean you can actually communicate. Um, I I can easily stay inside. I have no problem, as a lot of you also know. I can lock myself away and don't have a problem with it. So I don't really go out very often. Um, and what was I going to say? So I don't have a lot of exciting stories about the nightlife, but I can say a couple things that are different. These are just observations because I don't necessarily partake in the festivities. Um, One thing is, if you go out to drink at a bar, it's really expensive. It's so much cheaper just to go and buy something and have it at home. Um, and the beer here is just. I hope nobody's offended by this, but the beer sucks. It's it's like drinking Coors. Um, But I am from the Pacific Northwest. So in the Pacific Northwest, we're really beer snobs. We have really dark beers and microbrews and beer with a hint of a smoky texture. I mean, people treat beer in the Pacific Northwest and Northern California like it's wine. So then you come to China and it's just Coors, basically, or a yellow beer. It's not very strong. But then there's Baiju, which I have not had yet. And I hear that is just that's the crazy stuff that if you're drinking that, you better figure out how to get home. And I saw some evidence of Baijiu this evening at the restaurant. So we were at this restaurant. We were at a hot pot restaurant, and hot pot is it's like when you get your boiling pot of a broth, and then you order all of the things that you want to, your meats and vegetables, and then you just put it into the soup yourself. And then you take the food out, and then you can put it in a sauce. And I should have taken a picture. It's really tasty, and also it's nice because you order a bunch of different things, and then you put it in the soup. And I know that we have hot pots in the States in different places, but the flavors the spices are really good here. And so anyway, at the restaurant, there were men that were so drunk, not just one, but several men that were so drunk that they were being carried. They were being carried by their friends out of the restaurant. And in fact, one guy started screaming, and he grabbed the phone that belonged to the restaurant, or it was something electronic. I think it was a phone, and he just threw it on the ground, and it shattered. And the one of the foreigners, one of the foreigners I was with, she said, "Oh no, that's the Baiju. Let's get out. Let's get out of here. Get away from the drunk people." And I had said to my teacher, she's Chinese. I said, "That's really unusual to see, because in the United States, it's not common to see people get drunk at the restaurant. At the restaurant, you eat, and maybe you have some wine, but it's not where you get really drunk. In fact, it doesn't look good to get drunk at a restaurant. If you're wasted at a restaurant, where families are, generally people look down upon that. They don't think that looks very good. But if you go to a bar, people get loaded at bars and clubs in the U.S., but in restaurants, not so often. Apple, that's the English name of my Chinese teacher, she said that it's the opposite here in China, that people don't really drink much at the clubs or the bars. And I don't really know why. She said it might have something to do with how much it costs, or bars and clubs are a little bit newer to China as a hangout place, but where they do their drinking is at the restaurant. So it's really common to see people get really drunk at the restaurant. I just think it's really funny to how opposite that is. And then I have been to one club, and in a club you can't just go to the club by yourself. Not because it looks bad. I don't know what looks good or bad, but you can't go to the club by yourself because you can't afford it, because you're basically paying for the table. So you don't just order a drink. You have to order 12 beers at once, or you have to order a bottle of alcohol or a bottle of wine or whatever. And so it's better to go to a club with a lot of people. I don't know if you go up to the actual bar, if you can order just a drink. But I know that if you go to a table, you're expected to order a lot of alcohol. And like I said, I've only been to one club. And I went with just one other person, and then we went to the table, and then they tried to sell us a bottle of champagne that was 986 RMB, which is ridiculous. So, of course, we didn't buy it, and we were going to leave. But then these two Chinese men and a man from Yemen invited us to share their table with them. So that's the only reason that we ended up staying. We didn't know. We didn't really know how the whole club scene worked. It was much more subdued than clubs that I had, clubs in the U.S. or I'm not much of a clubber. I've been to a lot of bars in my life, but I've not been to too many clubs, especially like big clubs. I've been to big clubs, a couple big clubs in Hawaii, London, and New York, and Prague. That's about it. As far as those are the only cities where I've been to. A major club where they have several floors, and there is a performance, and it's kind of like the place to be seen. And the club we went to in Zhengzhou is called Muse, and that seems to me to be a smaller club, and I don't know if that's how clubs really are in this particular city. I imagine in Shanghai and Beijing they might have the more bigger cosmopolitan kind of clubs where there's club kids or something. I don't know. But this was just quiet, some dancing, but yeah, really subdued compared to other clubs I have been to in other cities. Like I said, though, I'm not an expert. What I do know is that you can't just go and buy your drink there. And then one last thing on the social going out scene. Last weekend, which was Thanksgiving weekend for the people in the U.S., my coworker and I, another teacher, we wanted to do something, but we couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't go on vacation, so we decided that we were going to do what I like to call a fake-cation, where you pretend you're on vacation. So we went to a hotel that had a swimming pool, and we just stayed one night and kind of pretended that we were visiting. So while we were at the hotel, we wanted to get dressed up, so we got dressed up. And there was a small bar in the lobby area of the hotel, and we heard that they had Bloody Marys, and neither of us have ever had a Bloody Mary here in China. So we decided that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get dressed up, and we're gonna go, and we're gonna get a Bloody Mary. And so we go, and we sit down at the bar, like actually at the bar where the bartender is serving the drinks. And I'm in this. I've got a black dress on, and I don't remember if my hair was up or down. But, I tried to dress up. I tried to look nice. Not for any other reason except for the fact that I don't go out very often. So we both just wanted to dress up just for the fun of actually dressing up. No other purpose. And as I was sitting at the bar with the drink, this man comes over to me, and he stands on the left side of me, and he says hello, and I say hi back, and I think he's standing there. Originally, I think he's standing there because he wants to get the bartender's attention, so he wants to order a drink. So I just do the polite hello back, and then he comes and he stands really close to me. And then he says, hello, again. And I don't know why, it just sort of came to me, but I think he thought I was a prostitute. So then I didn't say hi back. I just kind of did like a terse kind of, and looked away. And then he walked around, and he walked to the other side to where I could see him from far away, and then he tried to gesture to me, and that's when I thought, this guy really does think I'm a prostitute. But it made sense to me that he would think I was a prostitute, because here I am, dressed up in a hotel lobby. No man is with me, and it's me and this other woman. I don't know why I thought it made sense to me that he thought I was a prostitute, but I'm pretty sure that's what he thought. And then the woman that was standing next to me, she goes, "What's that guy want?" And I said, I think he thinks that we're prostitutes. And then she looked over because he kept waving over. And then she goes, "I'm going to go over to him." And I said, "Why are you going to do that?" She goes, I want to find out what he wants. And then she went over, and they couldn't really communicate. But and then that's when she came back and says, I think maybe you're right. I think he thinks that we're a prostitute. I'm not saying that this is a normal thing that happens here. Although for me, I think that people have thought I was a prostitute. I think this is the fourth time in my life that people have come up to me like I was a prostitute. So I don't know. Maybe it's me. And it's not like I was dressed provocatively. I was, covered up to here, but maybe it's just something about being a woman at the bar. I don't know. Anyway, I thought it was funny and kind of entertaining, but as a hotel, I guess that's a common place to go. I don't know. I don't think that is just an isolated experience. That, I mean, it's not an isolated experience for me in just China. I've had that happen to me in other countries before, three times in the United States. So, once in every country. Anyway, so that's really my only. Those are my only social experiences. One time I go out, somebody tries to charge me almost 1,000 RMB for champagne. Next time I go out, somebody thinks I'm a prostitute. But the third time I see somebody grab a phone at the restaurant and totally smash it. So maybe it's really good that I don't go out very often. Yeah, social life. I don't know. Maybe it's kind of exciting. I don't know. Tomorrow I'm gonna go out with a friend of mine, Chinese friend of mine, to this bar called Uncle Yang. I don't remember. And I've been there once or twice, and I'm usually the only foreigner there. But my friends with the owners, and it's nice. I don't communicate much, but I really like to watch people and listen to everyone talk. And my friend is really nice. So I don't have anything to teach you. Not that I ever would have anything to teach you, the viewers and friends. Maybe next time I can say some numbers. Oh my gosh, I'm already at 17 minutes. So, okay, I'm going to end this. It's too long. I will post something in the near future, and definitely around my 4-month mark, but maybe closer. And friends, to my friends that know me, I love you guys, and I miss everyone very much. And to the people that I don't know who are watching and leave really nice, supportive comments, thank you so much. You're very kind, and I appreciate you watching and giving me advice and support and helping me out with your words. So, have a good night, and I will chat at you again soon. Bye for now.